Welcome to Academy for Coaches. In this training, I'm going to show you how to price your coaching services, and I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. And this is probably contrary to what most people are telling you right now about pricing your coaching services. So welcome to the training. This is Academy for Coaches. In Academy for Coaches, we help coaches to develop and master their coaching skills, become professional certified coaches. And the second thing we do is we show coaches how to build a thriving coaching business and get clients. So without delay, let me get straight into the training. So now a lot of people, and especially a lot of kind of so-called, gurus today, what they say is you should be charging high ticket, you should be charging premium prices for your coaching. And I'm going to tell you something quite different from that today. So let me just go over to our whiteboard and I'll just walk you through this. So here we are. I want you to look at it as more of a continuum. So let's just say that here is a continuum, and we have, this would be your coaching fee right here. Okay. Now this is going to be high premium prices that could be anywhere from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000 plus. And then you've got low fees here, which starts at free and can go somewhere up to, $300, $500, something like that. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I do this with my students. Okay, so let's just say that this is your coaching fee here. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to divide this into three separate categories. In fact, it can actually be four, but I'm just going to divide it into three categories right now. And I'll explain to you what the fourth category is as well at the end. So there's three categories. Why three categories? Because there are three levels of expertise. So phase one is called the learner phase. Right. So now the learner phase is someone who's just starting their coaching career. They've never coached anyone before. They don't know really anything about coaching. They're just starting their coaching training. That's the learner phase. The next phase is called the intermediate phase. The intermediate phase is they've been coaching for about 3 to 6 months. They're starting to get a lot of experience in coaching, etc. So that's the intermediate phase. And then you could say there's the expert phase, which is where someone has been coaching for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, etc. So that's called the expert phase. And then there's another phase that's called the master phase, which is when you're a master and you've done more than 10,000 hours in coaching, and you're just really, really amazing at what you do. So that's another phase. So I'm not really going to go into that today. I'm just going to look at the first three phases: the learner phase, intermediate phase, and expert phase. Now, each one of these different phases, they're going to be charging a different coaching fee. Now, what a lot of kind of gurus say is that it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner or this or that, you should be charging a minimum $3,000, $5,000 for your coaching, and you should be charging premium. And if you're not, then you're a loser kind of thing, right? And that is actually quite far from the reality and the truth of things. That's okay for experts. If you're in the expert phase, you should definitely be charging premium prices for sure. Why? Because you're getting case studies, you've worked with clients, you're getting great results, you know what you're doing, you have the confidence. But that would be a disaster for people who are in the learner phase, because people in the learner phase, if they were to start to go out and charge $3,000, $5,000 for the coaching, very often it's going to backfire on them, and it's going to put them into a zone of where they just don't do anything and they don't get clients. So let me just walk you through the kind of pricing and how things work. So this continuum right here is going to be your kind of coaching fee range. And what I actually recommend is, and this is for my students who join Academy for Coaches, what I recommend is for the first, let's just say 8 weeks. For the first 8 weeks to 12 weeks, which is 2 to 3 months, is you should be doing coaching either for free or for what, in other words, what anyone's, happy to give you, then you should kind of accept that, right? And your focus should not be on, making money, getting clients. Your focus should be on really developing your foundational coaching skills. That should be the whole focus. And there's a couple of reasons why this is important, because in this learner phase, or you could say the beginner phase, you still don't have the confidence for coaching. You still don't know who your niche is. You still haven't created your premium coaching packages. You still don't really know what is required of you to coach a person for a period of time. So you don't really have the abilities, the credibilities, the authority, the right packaging to actually charge for coaching. Now, am I saying if someone offers you to pay you something, you shouldn't accept? No, you can accept. But your focus should not be on getting paying clients. Your focus should be on getting as much experience as possible. And this is what I actually recommend. I recommend that you should coach as many people as you can during your first 3 months of learning how to coach. What I actually recommend is you should be working with 10 to 15 people every single week. So in other words, let me just clarify what I mean. Let's just say this is your first kind of client, and they're not paying you. You should coach this first client every single week for 8 to 12 weeks, right? And remember, you're not charging. And so week 1, you're going to coach him in week 1. Week 2, you're going to coach them again. And you're going to do 8 to 12 coaching sessions with one person, right? Why is that important? Most coaches get this wrong. They think, oh, I'm going to coach this one and I'll do one session with this person. And then I'll do another session with another person. And then I'll do another session with another person. And they keep doing single sessions for completely different people. Now, here's the problem with that. Number 1, you're going to be looking for new people to coach every single week. And that's a challenge in itself. That's the first thing. The second thing is transformation does not happen in one coaching session. Transformation happens over a 2-month period, 3-month period, 6 months, 12-month period. Coaching has its power in the journey of the coaching and working with the client over 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or longer. So don't offer single sessions, even when you're doing free coaching. Offer them an 8-week coaching package or a 3-month coaching package where every single week you coach them for 1 hour. And in that way, you're going to get so much more experience of what it means to create transformation for an individual. Because if you're just doing one session with one person, then another session with another person, and it's different every time, you're never actually taking a person on a journey of transformation. You're just giving them a one-time session. This is super important. Now, here's the second thing. You should be doing this with about 10 to 15 people. And that's great because you only need to find 10 people. And every week you're doing 1 hour session with them, with each one of these 10 people that you're working with. You're going to be working with them for 8 weeks to 12 weeks. You only need 10 people. And that means you'll be doing 10 hours coaching or 15 hours coaching every single week for 3 months. And you don't need to be searching for new clients. You don't need to be searching for new people to coach every week. Once you've got your 10 or 15 people, just coach them for 8 weeks or 12 weeks. That is going to give you an amazing experience and a lot of, and you're going to be developing your confidence. You're going to be seeing where your clients get stuck over a 12-week period. You're going to be seeing, you're going to also be getting case studies. You're also going to be seeing where your clients get wins. You're also going to be seeing what it really takes to coach a person over 8 weeks or a 3-month period. And that's what you actually need. You do not need to be coaching this one over here in a random session here and a random session there and a random session here. It's not going to help. It will, obviously it's going to give you some experience, but what I actually recommend is coach one person for 12 weeks and have about 10 or 15 of those that you work with. And that should be your first target. So in the first week or first 2 weeks of learning how to coach, you should get 10 to 15 people recruited into a 2 months or a 3-month coaching free coaching program. Now, don't be surprised, by the way, and this happens, don't be surprised if in the process of coaching these people over a 12-week period, they actually decide that they want to pay you. That happens. Or they refer you to someone else, or they, because they're getting some really powerful experiences from your coaching. Now, obviously, in the beginning, when you're first coaching a client, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to be learning. You're going to be, you're going to be screwing up and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter because you're doing it for free, right? And by the time you finish these finished working with these 15 clients over 3 months, you're going to have, well, let's do the maths, right? So you're going to have 15 hours a week over 3 months. So that's 15 times 12, or let's just say 15 times 10. You're going to have 150 hours or 100 or more coaching experience within 8 to 12 weeks. So how powerful is that? 150 hours coaching experience within your first 2 to 3 months of coaching. So this is what I recommend for level 1. So it's free coaching, and it's okay if people decide, I'd like to give you something, don't reject that. You can also accept that. That's also very nice too. Now, the second phase is called the intermediate phase. Now, the intermediate phase is you've done 150 hours plus, you've got 150 hours plus experience of coaching. By the way, this is really important. As you're getting your coaching experience, it's very important that you're being trained properly by an expert coach, because each week you're going to need to ask questions. You're going to get stuck. You're going to need support and guidance. So it is important that you are in a coach training program while you're going through this process, because you're going to need that support. You're going to need to have a proper coaching model and a proper coaching process. So that is an important part of the learning journey. You should definitely be getting trained by, really amazing coaches that know what they're doing and are very experienced in coaching. So that's important. So let's go over to the intermediate phase now. So in the intermediate phase, you've got your 150 coaching hours at least minimum. So it's going to be week 12. This is going to be week 12. It's going to be almost 6 months, right? So it's going to be week 12 to week 24. This is going to be 3 months to 6 months. What I recommend here is this is where you should actually start charging for clients, because now you've got the expertise, you know what you're doing, you've developed your confidence now, you know what it means to coach someone for 3 months, you've probably seen a lot of mistakes, you've probably started to iron those out. Now you have that confidence. You've earned the right now to start charging for your coaching. What I recommend at this point is you should be charging somewhere between $300 to $1,500. So $300 would be at the very beginning level. So you'd be charging something like $100 per month. So you're going to be doing, now here's the thing, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be working with clients over a 3-month period. For that 3 months, you're going to be charging $100 per month, which is totally affordable for almost everyone. Now, why is that important? Why start at $300? Well, the reason why we want to start at $300 because everyone can afford $100. Number one. Number two, you don't yet have the confidence that you can start charging more, and it's good to get those first wins. The first $300 you make from your coaching in your coaching journey is going to be the best $300 that you've ever made, and you're going to be over the moon. Now, your goal within the next 3 to 6 months is to start getting clients, and you can start at $300. And what we use is something called price stepping. Now, price stepping is this. So I want you to imagine some steps like this, right? And let's just say the first step is going to be $300. The second step is going to be, and you're going to go up maybe by $250, or you could even start at $250, right? So, and then the next step is going to be, so let's just say $300, right? So $300. You're going to go up $300 every 3 clients. So you're going to have 3 clients. You're going to charge them $300, right? You're going to be, the next 3 clients that you're going to work with, you can go up $300. So from 3 to 6 clients, you're going to charge $600. Then from 6 to 9 clients, you're going to charge $900. Then from 9 to 12 clients, you're going to charge $1,200. And then the next step is from 12 clients to 15 clients, you're going to charge $1,500. So what you're actually doing is step by step, you're going up $300 every 3 clients that you get. Now, why is this important? This is important because once you've got your first 3 clients at 300, you're helping those clients, you're getting that confidence, then you're going up another 300, you're going up another 3. You're not going up too much, but you're also not going. And when we say 3 clients, it could be 4 clients. And when we say 300, it could be going up 200. But every 3 or 4 clients, you definitely need to step up your range till you get to about 15 clients, and you're at about $1,500 per client. And that's called the intermediate phase. And that's going to be from weeks 12 to 24. The next phase is the advanced phase, or the expert phase. Now, I want you to imagine that during this period of time, over the next, in other words, over 6 months, you've probably worked with around about 30 clients. You've done 300 to 400 hours coaching experience. Okay, so you've actually started to really develop your coaching skills. You're getting case studies. You've built up your confidence. You've actually worked with many clients over a coaching package, which is 3 months. So you're getting a lot of clarity now about what kind of niche you should be working in. You're getting a lot of clarity about what is your coaching package. You're getting a lot of clarity about who are the kinds of people that you just love to work with and who are the kinds of people that you really don't like working with. So now you've got a lot of kind of experience in a very, very short period of time, right? So remember, you're doing at this point, you're doing about 15 to 20 to 25 hours per week in your coaching, and you're getting paid. Now, let's look at this in terms of what you're earning. If you're, in other words, if you get 3 clients and you're charging $300 for the first 3 clients, that's almost $1,000 there. The second one, it's going to be almost $2,000. That's $3,000. So you're slowly building up your income. Now, you're also slowly building your income. You're slowly building your impact. And let's go into the expert phase now. So this is from 24, you could say this is basically from 6 months onwards. So let's just say 24 weeks. 24 weeks plus, you're going more into the expertise phase now. This is when you can actually make quite a bigger jump. In other words, from 1,500, you can actually start going into having a really nice coaching package. At 6 months, you're developing a really nice premium coaching package, and you can start charging anywhere between, my pen's not working, but you can start charging somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000 per client, and you can do that for the 6 months, right? And you can have a nice coaching package somewhere between $3,000, $5,000, and you can be working with people for 3 months again. And then obviously after 6 months, you can increase your prices. Now, I would say $5,000 is kind of a low end on the premium scale. And then there's something called the master phase. So we've got the expert phase, and then there's something called the master coach phase. The master coach phase is when you can start charging, you can start having masterminds, you can start developing your expertise, you can start building a longer coaching packages, and you can start charging a lot more than $5,000. I know coaches that are charging $100,000, $50,000, $25,000. I even know coaches that are charging $1 million per client. So the sky really is the limit. But I recommend following this process that I've shared with you today. So if you're just a brand new coach and you're just starting out and you want to know how to do this, start off doing it for free, get the experience, work with 15 clients over a 3-month period. Second phase, intermediate phase, week 12 to 24, start charging $300 up your prices every 3 clients. And then once you get into the 6 month plus zone, then you can start charging 3,000 to 5,000 plus per client. So that's what I recommend. And I hope this training has been really useful for you. And what I'll do is I will see you in the next training. Wishing you all the best luck in your coaching journey. Take care. Bye.